I'm sure this is going to be another fantastic Fleischmann steam locomotive. Today we've got number 4086 in the Fleischmann catalogue, and this model was produced between, I think, around about 1993 right through to the year 2000. It's in HO scale and it comes in this very modern looking packaging, but of course Fleischmann don't make HO scale stuff anymore. So I'll open this up and I'll tell you a bit more about the locomotive. So inside we have the typical instruction leaflet from Fleischmann. This part here is all in German. We've got a photograph of the model down here with some more information in German. But inside over here we do actually have it in English as well. And it gives you a bit of history about the Class 86. But I'll tell you a bit more about this one specifically in a moment. We've also got some images here. You can fit a dummy coupling. That's actually included in the box, even though this is second-hand. It shows where the motor is placed in the middle here. And also it has some information about how to oil this model, where to oil it, and also about the couplings that you can fit onto it. And it has the history in other languages as well. On the back we have a diagram to illustrate that this has the little Fleischmann stud on the bottom which operates line side accessories. This is telling you about how to clean your track, and then it's just got some other information about how to run this model. And here is the model itself. It looks absolutely fantastic with a lot of extra parts added onto it. Now this one is marked up as Deutsche Bundesbahn number 86457. And that is a bit of a star locomotive. It was originally built, I believe, in 1942 in Poznan, which is now in Poland, and it was built for the Deutsche Reichsbahn. However, after the Second World War, it was allocated to the Deutsche Bundesbahn until it was retired in around about 1972 or to 74. It's a bit vague on that one. And it was put as a static monument in Trier, which is often the case for a lot of steam locomotives in Europe. However, in 1984, it was selected for restoration, and it was actually brought back to full service and stored at the Nuremberg Transport Museum. Unfortunately, in 2005 it was heavily damaged in a fire, and it was subsequently transferred to the South German Railway Museum for restoration. As of recording, it's still under restoration, I believe, so it's no longer running, which is really sad. But you never know, you might see this running again. But back to this model, I'm hoping this will run okay. So let's have a closer look at what we've got here. So this does look like an absolutely fantastic model, but it does have a lot of very small parts on it, so I'm going to have to be careful when handling this. It's in the classic black and red of the Deutsche Bundesbahn, so this represents an Era 3 configuration of this locomotive. And looking at the front here, we've got a really nice smoke box door, and we have what looks like a light up here. I know that this comes off though, and it just pulls off quite easily, and you can see that we have a light bulb inside there. But on the outside you can see the numbers very clear, and we have an overhead electric flash there. Down here we've got some more lamps which I think are illuminated too. These might be LEDs or might just be running off a bulb, I'm not quite sure. The buffer beam looks really good. We've got some printing on it and some rivet detail. The buffers have got the typical white surrounds, and they are extra pieces that have been added in there. And we've got some steps there too, which look great. On the corner, just ready to get broken off, are these little markers. But they are a little bit pliable, so they can take a small knock, but you know, you've got to be careful. And you can see here we've got a little step as well, and that's easily broken off too. As is this part down here. I've seen many steam locomotives with these parts bashed off. But as we start to look down the side, the boiler has got a huge amount of detail moulded into it and extra parts added on. These are all made of plastic. Very thin as well, they look really great, and we've also got electrical flashes on the top of these domes as well. There's no rivet detail on the side of the tank, it's quite smooth. But up here we've got a hatch which looks very convincing. That looks as though it should open, but it doesn't actually, but it's really well done. And we've even got a little handrail up there beside these steps. As we come to the cab area, we've got flush fit glazing, which looks really good. And I especially like little handrails at the door as well, which have been just moulded in, but they look great. And the printing is very clear as well. No problems reading that, even though it's absolutely tiny. There's another electrical flash up here in the bunker, which goes all the way up to the top. And inside we've got a representation of coal, which looks okay, I think. I believe that this can be changed for other configurations of this locomotive, but it's obviously an extra piece than the main body. Looking around the back, we've got another lamp up here and two more here with a box in the middle. These little pieces of orange are actually meant to be there. It does look as though it's maybe some dust or something, but that is actually meant to be like that. And we have ladders which are extra pieces added on, and the buffer beam again with the printing and some rivet detail and the same buffers as we saw at the front. No real difference on this side of the locomotive, so let's start having a look down below. We've got this front bogie sitting out the front here with a wheel on it. This is made of plastic, but the wheel is metal with red paint on the middle, and we've got some rivet detail on this part which moves with the coupling. You can see it's a NEM pocket and it cantilevers separate to the bogie. I love how this part here, I think that's maybe a condenser, sits down here below the footplate, which has this red underneath and black on the top, so it's obviously been painted. The pistons look great, this moulding here made in black plastic, and the valve gear is super fine, absolutely fantastic, and the red inserts look really great. And as we move further down, we've got some red up here for more pipe work, which has been attached underneath the main black part. This piece is again plastic, as are the steps coming down here, and we've got a box at the back. Another bogie here, this is also in plastic with another wheel on it. And if we look at the driving wheels, they're dulled metal with red inserts. And you can see just up inside there where the motor is. And if I move it around like this, you can see just about, you can see the gear wheel there. I'm not going to take this locomotive apart unless I need to. We'll give it a shot in the test track and see how it runs in a moment. This is the stud that we saw for the other accessories that you get from Fleischmann. And looking underneath here, it does look absolutely superbly clean. Like I said, this is a second-hand model, and I'll tell you how much I paid for it at the end of the video. So looking at the top here, the funnel's got a nice amount of depth to it, but we do have a little bit of a moulding mark across the top, but not too much. Although there is a little stud or something at the top of the roof there, and I'm not sure if that's prototypical. It might actually be a moulding mark. But apart from that, it looks really good. It's quite plain though. You usually get a lot of rivets up top here on the steam locomotive, but not on this one. So it certainly looks like an absolutely fantastic locomotive. I like how you can see through underneath the boiler here, and it looks like it's up on its frame, so it looks really quite cool. And it feels fairly heavy for a relatively small tank engine. So let's put this on the scales and we'll see how much it weighs, and then we'll put it on the track and see if it actually runs. So this model comes in at 258 grams. So here we are on a bit of test track. As usual, it's my Hornby third radius stuff. I've been using this for a long time and it's starting to get absolutely worn out. And also getting a bit worn out is my H&M controller, which I'm going to be using to give it power under 12 volts DC. So let's turn on the power, see what happens. Well, it's an absolutely flawless performance from this locomotive. What an incredible slow speed it can go at, and it's so smooth and refined as well. Absolutely fantastic there on the track. I did notice that the lights at the front don't actually work. I think it might just need a new bulb or something. The lights at the back work fine and they were directional though. But there's no doubting that this is a fantastic performing locomotive. Fleischmann have really done a great job of this BR86, and I originally thought it was maybe a bit too plasticky and it could have like a metal chassis or something that might help it a little bit, but I don't think it needs it because it just runs perfectly. And the only criticism I think I have of this model is that inside the cab you can see some wires just down on the floor of the cab, but you know, you could fit a couple of figures in there and that would block out that view and then everything would be fine, because other than that there's absolutely nothing wrong with this locomotive whatsoever. It's absolutely incredible. I cannot believe that this is the age it is. It's up to the standard of modern locomotives, I think, and the amount of detail on it is just off the scale. I'm continually amazed and impressed with Fleischmann stuff, and it's really sad that they don't make HO stuff anymore, because this kind of locomotive is just absolutely brilliant. Now, it's a second-hand model to me, so I expected it maybe to have a problem, and obviously it's got no lighting at the front, so it needs a new bulb. But aside from that, it looks in absolutely perfectly mint condition. I think I got a bargain on this. It was £80, but I've seen these going for as much as £100, and I think it's probably worth it, especially if it's in mint condition like this. I hope we see 457 back in steam at some point in the future, but it's good to see that this one works absolutely perfectly. So you can tell I'm a big fan of these locomotives. What do you think though? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know your thoughts. And if you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really helps this channel. I'll put this on the turntable so you can see all the way around, and in a moment another video will appear. So if you click on that, I'll see you there. But that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. See ya.
So model trains, model worlds, choo choo, model trains, in tiny worlds, choo choo. So model trains, tiny trains, model worlds, choo choo, model trains, in tiny worlds, choo choo.